New Orleans. Thanks for showing up bright and early. All right. Ready to dive right in, gentlemen?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's talk a little football. We got a big game on Sunday, in case you didn't know. Super Bowl 2 days away. Mahomes is attempting to win his 4th ring and continue his ascension to becoming the greatest of all time, while the Eagles are looking for payback, losing to the Chiefs in Super Bowl 2 years ago. However, this time, Philly has a guy, Saquon Barkley. Barkley's 2,447 rushing yards combined in the regular season and playoffs are just 30 shy of the most in NFL history. He's also only the second player to have 400 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns in a single season. Shannon, talk to me.
Yes.
Who is the most important player in the Super Bowl on this Sunday?
Man, for me, it's the quarterback, and it's got to be Patrick Mahomes, because without him, they don't really have a chance. I think the thing is Jalen Hurts doesn't have to play particularly well, and Saquon can run them to a Super Bowl. And that's kind of how they're built. Be explosive in the run game, be efficient in the passing game, but that's not how Kansas City is. Kansas City is predicated on Patrick Mahomes being great, being historically great, and normally he is, especially when he has to be. We remember the last time these two teams faced. In the second half, Patrick Mahomes went touchdown, 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 walk-off game-winning field goal. So for me, it's Patrick Mahomes, and until otherwise proven, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Well, you said run to the Super Bowl. It's simple. I'll give you a mentality that you have to think about. If you stop Saquon Barkley, you win. That's Kansas City's mentality.
Right.
If Saquon Barkley gets off, you win.
Right.
Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to come down to the production of Saquon Barkley, and they have to find ways to get him involved and get him involved early. The key to the game is, for Philly, you have to run the ball when you want to and when you have to, right? So that's a different type of take, but also understanding, what does running the football mean? It means ball control. It means keeping that Kansas City offense off of the field.
I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts for this reason. Clearly, Saquon Barkley is incredibly important.
Yeah.
You got to be able to run the football to win this game. There's no doubt about that. But if Steve Spagnuolo is everything that we say he is as a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, one of the elite of the elite, knowing what he brings to the table, chances are you're not going to be able to run the football effectively if your quarterback is no threat. Jalen Hurts is going to be called upon to step up and facilitate beating the Kansas City Chiefs. You've got A.J. Brown. You've got Devontae Smith. You've got Dallas Goedert. You've got weapons. You got Saquon out of the backfield that you could throw the football to, okay? And you got an offensive line that's gifted enough to protect him.
Yes.
But if you're not throwing the football effectively, right, I find it very difficult to believe that you can just hand the ball off to Saquon without the quarterback proven to be a threat at some point in this game and walk away beating Patrick Mahomes to capture a Super Bowl championship. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts on this one.
The thing is that what we've seen in the postseason, well, all season, is Saquon has gone crazy. The question is, can the Kansas City Chiefs keep Saquon from going crazy? That's my thing. Look, if Jalen Hurts beats me from the pocket and he throws for 300 yards and he's efficient, you walk to the center of the field, you shake his hand and say, congratulations, young man.
Right.
But I am not going to let Saquon have 20 carries, and average 8-9 yards a carry, because not only does what Cam said, they control the ball and keep Mahomes off the field. You remember last time this team played, the Eagles did not take a snap outside of 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because the best offense, the best defense for Patrick Mahomes is to keep his butt on the sideline. And I know the Eagles are great, but the Eagles haven't faced an animal like this, especially in a moment like this.
Right. You can't overanalyze what this game is, because it's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest sporting movement, monument that this world ever seen, right? So for us, it's still a football game.
Yes.
Right? You can't overthink or outthink the whole situation, even though Spags has had 2 weeks to prepare for this. When you think about it from the Philadelphia aspect, it's still a game. What got us here? You don't have to reinvent the wheel. My challenge still comes down to, hey, how are we going to get our guy, right, Offensive Player of the Year, involved?
Yep.
Right? We don't have to reinvent the wheel for that.
One quick point. It was just 2 years ago that they played against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
And it took Patrick Mahomes having the ball in the last 5 minutes and not letting the Eagles get it back to deliver a Super Bowl championship. That was without Saquon Barkley. So my attitude is, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles now, it's like, this is not an impossible task.
No, for sure.
You're looking at it as like, we could get these boys.
Yeah.
That's why you need to do it.
For sure.
All right. We have a special guest for you, New Orleans, in case you didn't know. One of the greatest NFL players of all time. He's currently rocking a Canadian tuxedo. You know, I appreciate a good set. He's got some loafers on.
He has been on every SportsCenter known to mankind already. Shefty is salty. Neek is ready to go. Jeff's going to be in Australia later today.
Let's go.
We are jam-packed. We got great basketball to get to last night. We got to get to all the awards, but let's begin with a moment here on Super Sunday. I'm looking for statements. Dominique, you go first. What statement are you looking to see?
Let's cut the nonsense. We're here for Patrick Dan Mahomes.
Here we go.
It is the Patrick Mahomes era of football, and it will be maybe more solidified on Sunday. That's what we all care about. That's the storyline we care about. Can Mahomes do it again? He does it every time and take them to their third consecutive Super Bowl championship.
Doing something no one ever has done in the Super Bowl era. Jeff, what is your Super Bowl statement?
Eagles, don't make the fatal flaw. Do not commit the mistake. When you look at these Chiefs wins throughout this season and in the past, the team always seems to make a mistake that the Chiefs capitalize on and punish you. We can liken this back 3 years with a fumble that went back for a touchdown that still haunts us today. Don't commit the mistake.
Sounds like a little biased, but
Shefty's got a similar idea for his Super Bowl statement.
Randy, this is all about mistakes. We saw the last time these two teams played. The Chiefs forced the fumble that changed the game. Nick Bolton returning it for a touchdown. It always comes down to mistakes in these games, and there's not a team in the league that's forced more fumbles this season than the Eagles, 29, the most by any team entering the Super Bowl since the 2006 Bears.
Yeah, they live to punch that ball out. We see it all the time. All right, Orlovsky, give me one more Super Bowl statement.
Kelsey, need a vintage one for the Chiefs to win. We talked about legacies for a lot of people in this organization. This guy is very much so attached to a similar one that Patrick Mahomes is on. Is he the greatest tight end of all time? They cannot win this Super Bowl and get this three-peat unless Travis Kelce gives us a traditional vintage Kelce playoff performance and finds a way to be the number one target for Mahomes, and they win.
I've been saying for 2 weeks he is a sneaky good MVP pick in this game.
I don't hate it, Greeny. I do not hate it at all.
We will see. We'll have much more on the Super Bowl. But speaking of MVPs, last night here in New Orleans, we had the NFL honors ceremony, and the Buffalo Bills' Josh Allen, in a surprise, became the first player in 21 seasons to win the MVP award without being selected first team All-Pro. That's what I mean by surprise. Lamar Jackson finished second last night. He actually went home empty-handed because Saquon Barkley was named the Offensive Player of the Year. But again, Lamar Jackson was first team All-Pro, Josh Allen second. But then last night, Allen gets 27 first-place votes and Lamar Jackson gets 23. That difference is the smallest since 2003 when Peyton Manning and Steve McNair were co-MVPs. So again, Allen, the third player to win the award in a season in which he was not first-team All-Pro. The others, John Elway and the co-MVP, Steve McNair. So again, that's what I meant when I said this is wrong even if it was right. I would have voted for Josh Allen. I've been saying that for a long time. Let's put that aside for a moment here. I don't understand how the same people can cast a vote for Lamar Jackson as first-team All-Pro and Josh second, and then vote Josh Allen the MVP.
There were 50 voters for All-Pro. 30 of them voted for Lamar Jackson, 18 for Josh Allen. When they voted for the MVP award, some of those guys awarded the Offensive Player of the Year to Lamar, and they flipped 9 votes to Josh Allen. And that was the difference in him overtaking Lamar Jackson for the MVP, despite the fact that he was not selected first-team All-Pro, and Lamar Jackson was the first-team All-Pro quarterback. So Lamar is first-team All-Pro. Josh Allen wins MVP. And, oh, by the way, for winning the MVP, Josh Allen collects a $1.5 million bonus. So he just financed his own wedding.
That's right.
MVP.
That's right. So Haley was the happiest one of the place last night. I was looking at the look on your face, Dan, as you were hearing this.
Because first team All-Pro and MVP are different awards.
They're different awards, but they're voted by the same people. So what I'm asking you is, you can see a difference